Imagine this, a fresh-faced college student lands himself in hot water when he's unexpectedly paired with a high-tech pleasure bot. And the catch? If he doesn't clap her every night, he's on the hook for a staggering $50 million debt. One eerie night, he's poking around the house, trying to pin down a mysterious noise, when he stumbles upon a masked figure getting a little too cozy with a lady. The masked stranger shoots him a menacing look, and he jolts awake from this nightmare with a thunderous noise. Enter Dad, a bigwig in the adult film biz, bursting in to tell him to keep it down. Later, while Dad's busy clapping and filming a lady next door, tragedy strikes. He collapses from a sudden heart attack. Paramedics swarm in, and his friend Lisa tries to offer some comfort. The days that follow are a whirlwind of newspaper tributes to the fallen star. One sunny morning, it's hit with a huge package from Jean-Claude Lab on his doorstep. Intrigued, he drags it inside, but it starts buzzing out of the blue, sparking his curiosity big time. He rips it open and touches a woman's chest inside. Before he can even process that, a hand grabs his wrist, sending shivers down his spine. Stepping back, he's greeted by a scantily clad woman popping out, calling herself Anna and offering to fulfill his every wish. Talk about a wild wake-up call. Overwhelmed, it lets out an awkward fart noise, a reflex when he's totally freaked out. Panicked, he bolts out of the house and slams into Uncle Gene, his dad's scientist buddy. Uncle Gene's eyes widen as he urgently asks if it cracked open the package and touched the robot's chest. Before he can answer, Anna catches up, getting all up close and personal. Thinking fast, Uncle Gene tells it to shout out the code word to temporarily shut down the robot. Shortly after, Gene drops a major bombshell. Anna's not your average doll, she's a top-of-the-line pleasure bot, cooked up by him and its old man. Originally intended for the adult film star to test drive and wow potential investors. But now that Mr. Newey's out of the picture and it's mysteriously synced up with Anna, getting her back is like trying to crack a locked phone without the passcode. It's scratching his head, wondering what the heck to do next, and Gene doesn't beat around the bush. It's gotta clap Anna for the night, proving she's the real deal to those investors. When it hesitates, Gene drops another bomb. Failing to comply means they're on the hook for a whopping $50 million baht each to those investors. Gene swears it's a one-time thing, but it can't shake the memory of that cringy incident in the school restroom, where a girl wanted to be clapped by him, but his fart turned a flirtation into a flop, earning him a heap of mockery and the pressure of living up to his old man's playboy reputation. With a heavy sigh, Gene hands over the product manual, reminding it to switch it to Thai for Anna's communication. As Gene slips out, he sneaks a glance at his tablet, keeping tabs on it as he dives into the manual through Anna's eyes. Shortly after, it gives Anna's backside a light tap, accessing her settings and successfully switching her language to Thai. With communication now flowing, it inquires about Anna's battery life, and she proudly displays a robust 94% on her inner thigh. Curious about energy consumption, it directs her through a series of exercises, from bouncing on a medicine ball to aerobics and using a roller wheel. Suddenly, Anna's energy level drops to a mere 5% before she powers down. Worried, it notices her overheating and covers her with a blanket before heading off to get ready for school. As it departs, Gene stealthily enters to install a longer-lasting battery for Anna. Moments later, he programs her to locate it at the university. Anna dashes toward the school, turning heads with her stunning appearance as she passes, leaving everyone captivated by her beauty. In the classroom, its crew, Penguin, Pop, and Lisa, are caught up in a heated debate about their film project. Suddenly, Anna breezes in, throwing it off guard. He swiftly introduces her as a distant cousin, trying to smooth things over. Penguin and Pop are immediately intrigued, wondering if she's some kind of celebrity or model, while Lisa, feeling a bit miffed, wonders why it never mentioned Anna before, especially since they're so close. After class, Lisa calls out Pop for his blatant staring at Anna's assets. Meanwhile, Ratana and the Thai Values Conservation Club confront Anna about her daring school uniform. To lighten the mood, Pop playfully swipes glasses and challenges her to ask nicely for them back. Reluctantly, Ratana gives in. As tensions ease, it and Anna make a swift exit, unnoticed by their friends. Meanwhile, Ratana silently vows to teach it and Anna a lesson for breaking the rules. Later, as they leave, it mentions needing to head home, prompting Anna to suggest he hop on her back for a ride. Chilling at home, it kicks back and thanks Anna, then gets nosy about how she managed to juice up her battery. Anna spills the beans, saying Gene hooked her up with a top-notch battery upgrade, way better than before. Curious about where it's stashed, it keeps prodding for details, making Anna start to unbutton before he quickly stops her, saying, "Whoa, not here." Just then, Lisa barges in, questioning their whole family thing. Right then, Anna drops a bombshell, showing them her holy place where her battery is hidden, blowing it in Lisa's minds. Later on, it fills Lisa in, and she's like, why not let Pop or Penguin clap her? But it explains how Anna's got this special security setup that only lets him get close. Lisa, always the curious one, decides to try it out and ends up getting zapped, which is not exactly fun. As night falls, Anna tries to get cozy, realizing that chance or height that it will clap her. But as she and under blanket, its tummy troubles and nightmares mess things up. Just as things start to get interesting, Anna glitches out, freezing up and giving it a chance to catch his breath. The next day rolls around, and the scientist realizes he needs to give it a confidence boost in the dating department. So, he reaches out to Tsingtao, a retired adult film star renowned for her expertise in the bedroom, to help coach his friend's son. Despite her successful career in the laundry business, Tsingtao agrees to take on the challenge. Later that day, Tsingtao makes her grand entrance at its place, turning heads with her presence. Meanwhile, Anna powers up in the bedroom, announcing some major system upgrades. Down in the living room, Tsingtao gets all sentimental, reminiscing about its late father. She then asks it if he still has that little quirk where he gets gassy when excited, and he sheepishly confirms. Taking charge, Tsingtao guides it through a series of confidence-boosting affirmations before getting hands on her assets. But just as they're getting into it, Anna makes a surprise appearance and delivers a ninja-like karate chop to Tsingtao's neck. After recovering from the shock, Tsingtao advises it to hit her up for advice anytime, but with a strict warning not to touch her, lest he face another attack from the robot. As Tsingtao bids her farewell and heads out, she gives the scientist a call, admitting defeat in her mission. Meanwhile, Lisa shows up, all dolled up and flaunting a bold new look. At school, Ratana isn't impressed and orders Lisa and Anna to change their outfits, much to the disappointment of Pop and Penguin. In their film class, the bomb drops. The head honcho of the Thai Values Conservation Club wants them to cook up a flick warning about the perils of getting cozy before tying the knot. Initially, the gang's like, hard pass, but the teacher sweetens the deal, saying it could be their final project, with guaranteed A's if they knock it out of the park. Ratana even threatens to micromanage to ensure they don't botch it up. Later on, they decide to hit up its place cause he's got all the gear in his late dad's studio. He pleads with Lisa to keep Anna's secret on the down low. Outside, they stumble upon Tsingtao, who Penguin immediately recognizes and geekily introduces himself to. Inside the studio, the gang's jaws drop at the array of funky toys and props scattered around. They brainstorm the film's storyline, but Tsingtao's not feeling the hole restraining their desire before tying the knot. She argues they should focus on promoting safe and consensual relationships instead. It gets frustrated and calls it quits early cause he feels like no one's taking the project seriously. That evening, Anna tries to get it to clap her, but he's too wrapped up in his school assignments to pay her any mind. When she picks up on his distraction and presses him, he spills about the looming 50 million baht debt hanging over him, a weight he squarely places on his late father's shoulders. Delving deeper, it shares the complex emotions he grapples with regarding his dad's legacy. Despite the allure of having the most famous adult film star as a father, he admits that it's not all sunshine and rainbows. In fact, it's quite the opposite. Anna, intrigued by the man behind the fame, probes about Mr. Nue. It paints a picture of a loving father who sometimes seemed burdened by his past missteps. Despite his dad's imperfections, it emphasizes the unwavering love he harbors for him. Anna, struggling to comprehend the nuances of love, prompts it to break it down for her. True love means embracing someone's flaws alongside their strengths. Intrigued by this concept, Anna absorbs the sentiment and stores it in her system. Curious, it wonders if Anna can develop her own feelings. Ever hopeful, she expresses her desire to experience emotions just like a human would someday. The following day on set, Lisa pulls a prank by spreading lubricant on the floor before calling Anna over. However, things take a turn when Ratana rushes towards her and slips on the slick surface. In the ensuing chaos, the doll's head is damaged, causing her to freeze up. Concerned, it rushes to check on her well-being. Later that evening, it reaches out to Jean for assistance. Following the scientist's advice, he reboots the robot and prompts it to reorganize its data. After a brief moment, Anna powers back on, assuring them she's fine. Curious about the incident, she questions if Lisa's actions were fueled by animosity. However, it defends his friend, believing it was accidental and acknowledging Lisa's underlying kindness beneath her sometimes brash demeanor. Anna continues the conversation, delving into its feelings for Lisa. He expresses gratitude for her friendship and support during tough times, like when he faced bullying. As they explore further, Anna wonders if her own feelings for it constitute love, considering the joy she feels around him despite his changing moods. She also seeks clarity on his feelings towards her, feeling a bit flustered by the personal nature of the discussion. It avoids directly answering Anna's inquiries. Instead, he praises her improved communication skills after the data reorganization. As he prepares to leave, Anna requests his company while she recharges her battery, leading to a tender moment as they cuddle up together in bed. The next morning, as he steps into the bathroom, he's met with an unexpected sight: the robot taking a shower in a hot bikini. Baffled, he listens as she explains her rigorous hygiene routine, complete with twice daily showers for optimal cleanliness. Intrigued, he recalls a haunting dream before hastily exiting. In the girls' restroom, tensions thaw as Lisa extends an apology to Anna, who surprisingly brushes it off with a gracious nod. Inquisitive, he questions Anna's lack of ire, prompting her to replay a recent heart-to-heart with it. She thinks back to the first time she met the teenager. He stepped in when she was in trouble and stopped a creepy situation. She thanked him and they exchanged introductions. Lisa explains how Ith has always been there for her, giving her strength and support. The robot begins to understand the idea of friendship, but Lisa corrects it, admitting she has deeper feelings for Ith. Before leaving, Lisa makes it clear that she and Anna are competing for Ith's attention. That evening, the doll dresses up in a black bunny costume adorned with leather straps and seizes another opportunity with the teenager. Realizing that he is preoccupied with his schoolwork, she takes it upon herself to tidy up his room, ensuring that he catches her assets from every angle. Then, she assesses the likelihood of their plot development progressing at 85%, leading him to believe they should give it a shot. However, her forceful approach causes him to finish before even starting, leaving the teenager feeling embarrassed as he hastily exits the room. The following day, Pop brings alcohol to their group gathering. Lisa is aware of his intention to intoxicate Anna and encourages him to proceed with his plan. After several rounds of drinks, Sing Dao briefly steps away, prompting the others to instruct Penguin to check on her well-being. In a matter of seconds, Lisa informs it that she is not feeling well and would like to rest on his bed, and the concerned teenager accompanies her. As the robot attempts to join them, Pop intervenes and insists that she stay behind. He explains that Lisa and it tend to clap each other when they have consumed too much alcohol and suggests that they remain and have a good time. Inside the bedroom, the friend pushes the teenager down on the bed and starts removing her assets' cloths. Despite his protests and insistence that they are only friends, she continues. In the other room, Pop informs Anna that it is attracted to women who enjoy drinking, prompting the robot to grab the bottle and consume its contents eagerly. However, the liquid causes her to malfunction and freeze. Taking advantage of the situation, the teenager decides to clap her. Meanwhile, Gene, from his laboratory, receives an alert indicating that someone else is touching the robot. Concerned, he immediately contacts it. In the bedroom, Lisa attempts to kiss the teenager, but he skillfully evades her advances. When she tries to taste his meat, he pushes her away and answers his phone. On the other end of the line, the scientist urges him to locate Anna right away. He explains that if anyone else sleeps with her, it could trigger her safety protection system, potentially resulting in harm or even death for the person involved. Thankfully, the teenager arrives just in time to rescue Anna from his friend's intentions. Frustrated, he scolds Pop for constantly thinking about sleeping with women. Pop defends himself, arguing that it is perfectly normal for him to desire a hot woman and finds its refusal to engage in such activities peculiar. In response, the teenager reveals the truth: Anna is not a real woman but a robot. This revelation prompts Pop to offer to take her off his hands if the teenager no longer wants her. Enraged by his friend's insensitivity, the teenager questions whether Pop has 50 million baht because he would gladly give him the robot to rid himself of the burden. Realizing that Anna overheard their conversation and was hurt by his harsh words, it attempts to apologize. To his surprise, the doll sheds real tears and slaps him as a gesture of her emotional pain. After that, she bolts out of the room, making Lisa, who's super understanding, tell the kid to go chase after the robot. Out in the open, Anna's bawling her eyes out, wishing she couldn't feel sad. Suddenly, she dashes into the street and bam, gets hit by a car. Next thing you know, the scientist's like, dude, her robot brain's toast, gotta take her back to the lab. He drops the bomb that fixing her up means wiping her memory clean, like a total reset. It's like, seriously. And the old dude's like, yep, deal with it, sorry for the hassle. Later on, Lisa and Penguin pep talk the gloomy teen into rescuing Anna, so they hustle over to Gene's lab. But guess what? Just as the scientist said, Anna's back to square one, factory settings and all, not a hint of recognition. The teen's like, there's gotta be another way. And the old guy's like, well, we could try syncing brain waves to dig into deeper memories. Even with the scientist's danger warning, it's dead set on giving it a shot. While in a kind of mental journey, it finds himself in a surreal world inside his own mind, where he sees Anna walking away from him. Determined to catch up, he's suddenly thrust into a memory from his past where he stands up to bullies instead of feeling ashamed. As he moves forward, he encounters a chaotic scene that feels like something out of a movie studio, but he pushes through. Next, he's confronted with a memory of encountering a masked figure in his childhood. It's a scary moment until he realizes the figure is actually his father, shattering the illusion. Eventually, it finds Anna lying unconscious on a bed within his mind. Filled with gratitude, he thanks her for being there for him, even when he didn't deserve it. He begs her to wake up so he can apologize for his past actions. His plea seems to work as Anna stirs, embracing him. In the real world, she responds by holding on to him too, showing forgiveness and understanding. Days pass, and If and the doll continue to struggle with advancing the plot. But If's financial worries disappear as an American producer offers to buy the rights to his father's movies, erasing his 50 million baht debt. Pop and Ratana come to terms with their mutual attraction, but Ratana's commitment to purity leads them to explore new ways to drive the story forward. Penguin successfully wins Sing Dao's heart and starts pitching in at her laundry business. Lisa remains cautious of the robot, but If believes she genuinely enjoys Anna's company. Gene acknowledges that his invention failed to serve its intended purpose, relieving If of the pressure to rely on it. Nevertheless, he and Anna continue to spend all their time together, truly enjoying each other's company. And that's where this video ends. Watch the next one and take care.